Now, we have some breaking news coming from the United States at this hour. The United States has announced drug terrorism charges against Venezuela's Nicolas Maduro. U.S. Attorney General Pam Bondi took to X saying Nicolas Maduro and his wife Celia Flores have been indicted in the Southern District of New York. Maduro has been charged with narco-terrorism conspiracy, cocaine importation conspiracy, possession of machine guns and destructive devices, and conspiracy to possess machine guns and destructive devices against the United States. They will soon face the full wrath of American justice on American soil in American courts. Basically, what this means is that Nicolas Maduro is going on trial or is on trial in the United States. On behalf of the entire United States, the DOJ, I would like to thank President Trump for having the courage to demand accountability on behalf of the American people, and a huge thank you to our brave military who conducted the incredible and highly successful mission to capture these two alleged international narco traffickers. I'll just read that again for you and for the benefit excuse me, of our viewers. And according to the Attorney General, Pam Bondi, it has been confirmed that Nicolas Maduro, the president of Venezuela, is facing trial in the United States, and he has been charged or indicted in the Southern District of New York. Maduro has been charged with narco-terrorism conspiracy, cocaine importation conspiracy, possession of machine guns and destructive devices, and conspiracy to possess machine guns and destructive devices against the United States. They, both the President and the First Lady, will soon face the full wrath of American justice on American soil. Chong, how would you react to Pam Bondi's statement?
With Trump's strategic philosophy that, when criminal cartels as well have been framed of the Maduro regime, and when these cartels and state power merge, of course the US cannot treat that as a normal diplomacy, and of course by reframing Maduro as a narco-terror criminal actor rather than just an authoritarian leader. So this has shifted the notion, and that he has closed the space for impunity, and he has strengthened this security for the region, for the Western Hemisphere, and projected US strength for leadership through decisive action rather than political hesitation. So we have seen how this reflects Trump's own unconventional approaches, of course being outcome-driven rather than process-driven. And he really wants to see justice being given and being done here. And of course also to the needs of both the American people and the people in Venezuela. As we remember, of course, we've seen how the divisions are stark also in Venezuela in terms of how his regime is being perceived, and that he's taking this action now to ensure that the American justice system has his full day of legitimacy to have him on trial based on the court of law, and that this is again having this capacity to give Trump the legitimacy, the needed support system in line with the structural framework within the confinement of the U.S. legal system. I think this is a very strategic move also by Trump to bring him over for trial rather than just taking different actions which will provide greater risk for him for himself also.
Before I move on to my next question to Mr. Chong, let me just reiterate what Pam Bondi says in her post. She says that both Nicolas Maduro and the First Lady Celia Flores have been indicted in the Southern District of New York. Nicolas Maduro has been charged with narco-terrorism conspiracy, cocaine importation conspiracy, possession of machine guns and destructive devices, and conspiracy to possess machine guns and destructive devices against the United States. They will soon, both of them, face the full wrath of American justice on American soil. Mr. Chong, the Venezuelan government has reached out to the United Nations Security Council. They want an emergency meeting following US strikes on their country. But what can the United Nations do at this moment?
Well, it is quite difficult, and you know, it is with great complexity. We have seen how the notion, how the U.S. is taking this action is based on the compelling need of domestic necessity to combat narcotics, to combat terrorism, and that you know, this is being seen as along the lines of this domestic law enforcement, because of the implications on the American people, the implications on the security and safety of the nation at large. And you know, it is hard to find some credible precedents before this. But of course, also it's very much, you know, I'm sure the administration has thought this through in terms of how the implications and the different arguments might be taken by the different sides here. But this is more to satisfy, to meet the demands of the domestic audience in terms of demanding greater actions being taken, where, you know, years and even decades of you know, impunity have been given. So this is, again, this creates these different compelling arguments, this new strategic dilemma as to how the UN might see this, of course, the legal system at the international level, as to the legitimacy of the actions being taken, because we've seen how the narrative that has been built will be on the necessity to act based on domestic needs, and to have been on trial based on the U.S. soil, and we did the framework of the U.S. You know, legal and justice system. So I foresee that it will be difficult, and it will be extremely you know, tricky in this regard as to how the implications or the efficacy of any move by the UN or any kind of different frameworks outside of the US to interfere in this case, and you know, to have any credible impact in ensuring that there's this you know, profound changes being brought upon by external forces.
All right, Mr. Collins Chong is a foreign affairs and security strategist at the University of Malaya. Mr. Collins Chong, thank you very much for your time and for talking to us today. If you're just joining us, we've just received information from the Attorney General of the United States. She has really confirmed that the President of Venezuela, Nicolas Maduro, and the First Lady are facing trial in the United States, and one of those charges includes narco-terrorism charges against the Venezuelan president. We'll keep you updated on more information as we get it in our newsroom.